cage muscle tail of the tape shows a lot of similarities between these two men. 3-inch reach advantage for the quintessential striker, Ylies Djiroun. Can he take advantage of that? We find out in just a couple of moments here. Lillian Garcia will get us started inside of the PFL Smart Cage.
Well, good evening, fight fans. We are live from Atlantic City, New Jersey. We are set for action tonight, and we open everything off right now in the lightweight division. This fight is presented to you by Presidente. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He is a grappler, standing at 5 feet 10 inches tall. He weighs in officially at 155 pounds. In 21 professional bouts, his record is 16 victories and 5 defeats, with 11 wins by stoppage. Fighting out of Paris, France, here is Ylies Djiroun. His opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he is a wrestler, standing at 5 feet 8 inches tall, weighing in officially at 155 pounds. In 12 professional bouts, his record is 11 wins and 1 defeat, with 10 wins by stoppage. Fighting out of Dushanbe, Tajikistan, here is Loik Radzhabov. Your referee in charge is Liam Garrington.
Our referee will be equipped with the ref cam, so if we need it, we'll get a really unique perspective inside of our smart cage. There you see an example on your screen.
Round one.
Radzhabov in the red trunks. Ylies Djiroun out of France in the silver. A touch of the gloves gets us started in Atlantic City. A little side kick to the knee there, and a front kick caught and tossed aside by Radzhabov. We saw the reach advantage, Yves, for Ylies Djiroun. He likes to stay long, and he actually prefers to finish his fights, though, in a grappling exchange. 7 wins by guillotine.
By guillotine, and I bet a lot of those have come off of him defending the takedown and exposing that neck and wrapping it up. But notice, he gave up the ground inside the cage, took the back position with his back to the fence, but as soon as they tied up, smart enough to turn them around and continue to have the outside position now.
Now he's got that shoulder pressure into the chest of Loik Radzhabov. That ever-crucial underhook holding Radzhabov against the cage. Randy, this is a position where you know something.
Spent a little time here. Now we change the position here. Radzhabov switches position, puts Loik against the fence. Djiroun against the fence, rather.
I can't tell from this angle if Radzhabov's got the hands locked behind the back of Ylies Djiroun or not.
He does have the hands locked. He's got an arm trap there. He's trying to find a way to get his hips in front and twist him down.
Djiroun was able to dig, get that underhook, separate those hands.
Great strikes by both of those men on the exit there, but good head movement from Djiroun to miss a big right hand by Loik Radzhabov in the red shorts.
That's 2 big right hands he slipped and kept his head moving.
That's a little 2-piece there from the southpaw Ylies Djiroun.
Yes, tu punis tout de suite.
The feeling out process continues here. Nice leg kick from Djiroun. Djiroun's corner there.
C'est
the
ça,
bottom
Ylies.
right.
Tu le sais, ça compte sur le kick, tu le sais, fais gaffe.
Il faut sortir, Ylies, il va rentrer. C'est ça, c'est ça.
Djiroun does a great job keeping his back off the cage there. Good footwork and evasiveness. High kick lands on the forearm of Loik Radzhabov.
And he put something on that kick. I think he felt the counter that Radzhabov hit him with when he caught the
guillotine attempt here.
Looked in his corner.
And this is kind of what you were talking about, Yves, where a lot of these guillotines for Ylies Djiroun come from striking exchanges or guys try and close that distance, smother, and now he reaches over for the head. A little blood, too.
That counter to that kick is to catch that foot and throw that right hand. And Radzhabov did a nice job of doing that. You see the wear and tear on Djiroun's face.
Looks like it's the nose that is bleeding there for Ylies Djiroun. As once again, Loik Radzhabov with the body lock works for the takedown, and this time able to drag Ylies Djiroun to the mat. Butterfly guard here for Djiroun. He kicks Radzhabov away. Interesting from a guy with so many submission victories. Sometimes you wonder if they're going to be content in these grappling exchanges. Looks like Djiroun wants to get back to his feet.
Yeah, I think he would be more content in this grappling exchange if he was the guy on top.
I agree with that.
Radzhabov chasing a Kimura on that far side. I can't tell from where we're sitting.
He's got the arm isolated, but Djiroun doing a good job of staying active. Nice guard recovery there by Ylies Djiroun. 1 minute left in our first round here of action. Djiroun back to his feet. Nice little sweep. Body shot from Radzhabov.
Nice straight right hand by Radzhabov.
Uppercut misses for
Pressing
Radzhabov.
hard now.
We saw this aggression in his first fight from Radzhabov. Didn't work as well against Rashid Magomedov because of the elusiveness. But the blood on the face of Ylies Djiroun tells you that Radzhabov has scored at least a couple.
Especially off of his counters. That seems to be where he's scoring. But he's also pressing. What we saw against Magomedov had that jab popped out at him. Radzhabov is able to walk down Djiroun. Djiroun is not flashing that jab at him. There it is.
There it is. Djiroun's nose looking worse for the wear here at the end of round number 1. They'll close it out with a big combination. Back in 60 seconds for round 2 action.
Back up.
Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Eve Edwards, and Randy, as you explained, this is the counter for that body kick. You catch it, and you deliver something back. That's how Radzhabov bloodied the nose of Ylies Djiroun about halfway through round 1. Djiroun in the silver shorts, Radzhabov in the red. 5 points still on the line here in our lightweight standings.
I noticed in between the rounds, Djiroun was walking a little gingerly on one of those legs. I'm wondering if he kicked an elbow. He's been throwing a lot of power in those kicks. Sometimes you hit a guy's elbow or hard spot with your leg. Well, he's certainly not shy about it.
Almost on cue. Radzhabov catches another one on that elbow and forearm area. Djiroun throwing heat on those kicks. Radzhabov presses him back against the cage. Eve, so far we've seen good elusiveness even when getting put in this position. Ylies Djiroun has shown some acumen in working out.
Yeah, he has. He pummels well from the inside, and I like his footwork with his back against the fence. If he can make any space, he turns out of there, moves his head so he can avoid those counter shots or those shots off the break.
There it is, grabs a clinch, delivers a couple knees, and then works his way out to his left. Thought better of a Superman punch there, landed a leg kick instead. Another big right hand misses for Radzhabov. Neither of these guys shy about throwing some heat into their strikes.
No, but Radzhabov plants his feet and he tries to throw right through your head. That's a good opportunity for Djiroun to change levels, get Radzhabov to plant his feet and try to blast him.
Right hand lands. Djiroun in trouble here, covering up. The mouthpiece came out as well. And now he's got Radzhabov in side mount on his back. Quick timeout from our referee. I was Radzhabov's mouthpiece that came out. Excuse me, I assumed it was this big right hand from Loik Radzhabov. And Djiroun finds himself on the restart in mount when he explodes out of it and delivers a knee. Nice jab there from Ylies Djiroun, the corner calling for more.
Radzhabov taking advantage of that stoppage and stepping right to mount.
Stepping right to
restarted.
It's funny because when the referee called the stop, he was at half guard. He pulled his leg out of there. I think he believed that the referee was separating them.
Well, Ylies Djiroun looks like maybe he was put in a little bit of trouble there, but nice recovery, and since he's landed a couple nice lead right hands, there's another two-piece.
Djiroun steps to the outside of Radzhabov's lead leg, throws nice combinations, moves his head out of the pocket, and he's starting to find his range. He's becoming very effective there.
Another right hand, searching right hand there from Loik Radzhabov, and a combination lands against the cage for Radzhabov.
And what I think Radzhabov needs to do is circle and cover. He's following Djiroun around the cage, and that allows Djiroun to get his back off of the fence anytime he's pressed against it. But if Radzhabov is to cover, stay in front of him, that keeps Djiroun's back against the fence and doesn't let them get back out to this open space where Radzhabov doesn't have the opportunity to throw big combinations.
Under 2 minutes left here in round number 2. Still 5 points on the line if either of these men can secure a stoppage. A win by stoppage, by the way, would secure a playoff spot for either of these competitors. Nobody clinches just yet, even with a decision victory. Something to keep in mind as we wind down to 90 seconds left in round number 2.
Nice right hand from the clinch by Djiroun.
Radzhabov looks to maybe be slowing a little bit, fatigue setting in, the hands coming down toward his waist.
Nice head kick, slipped by Djiroun.
Uppercut to the body there from Radzhabov. Eve, walk me through what those numbers mean in the bottom right corner with our fighter track.
Well, we see on the outside, Djiroun is spending 67% on the outside of the cage. And what that's telling me is that he's the one getting backed up by Radzhabov's pressure. Radzhabov's controlling the center of the cage.
Excellent takedown defense there, though, by Ylies Djiroun. Versatility shown by both of these guys so far. An exchange, but everything landing on the shoulders. Nice leg kick there from Ylies Djiroun. Big right hand just misses for Loik Radzhabov. Djiroun hanging on the head and neck. 10 seconds left in round number 2. 4 points still on the line when we return for round number 3. Welcome back here to Atlantic City. Big right hand there by Loik Radzhabov. Drops Ylies Djiroun, but Eve, he was able to work his way back up.
He was, especially here in this mount escape. This is where I thought he was in a lot of danger, but he uses that fence, help him elevate his hips to get out, fires the knee on the break. Good job. He looks like he still wants this. They both land that hook, but Radzhabov is the one that's still in there, landing the big shots. He's the one pressing the action right now.
Tough fight to score. I think if I had to score right now, I'd have Radzhabov ahead by 2 rounds. The first round was a little closer, a little tougher to score.
Touch of the gloves to start round number 3. Radzhabov in the red shorts. Ylies Djiroun out of Paris, France in the silver. Our first French fighter. His nose looking a little bit rough. He's displayed, though, some real nice technique on the exits, on the breaks, and he's throwing combinations rather than just one shot.
Absolutely.
Action, a feeling out process, a little bit slower here at the beginning of round number 3. Leg kick there from Djiroun. A lot of energy expended by both of these guys in the first 2 rounds.
Yes, I would like to see, what I would like to see Radzhabov do in that situation that he just ran into, before he charges in to try to get to those legs, go to the body a little bit. He's throwing everything at the head, and Djiroun is able to get his head away or duck under a lot of these shots. He changes levels, goes to the body. That's going to change things for Djiroun.
Nice body lock attempt by Radzhabov. Great balance by Djiroun. Djiroun finally goes down, but he's trying to threaten that neck and use that as a way to scramble and get up.
Doesn't have it. He only has one arm around it right now, and that's not going to be enough to choke out Radzhabov. Now Radzhabov has that front headlock position.
Staying heavy on the head is Loik Radzhabov. Ylies Djiroun crouched against the corner of the Presidente logo there.
Radzhabov is trying to step over to the mount, but good job by Ylies Djiroun and standing, using that fence in the third leg to wall walk him. Wall walk and get back up.
Some nice inside striking there from Djiroun. Shoulder punches, tight knees, little uppercut.
He's very, very slick. I like a lot of the things he did. Head movement's great. Sets up his kicks very, very well. Throws nice combinations. Just the explosive forward pressure of Radzhabov has been trouble for him.
3 minutes left here in lightweight action. A playoff spot potentially on the line for Radzhabov or Djiroun. But remember, a victory by decision does not necessarily clinch a playoff spot. So 2.5 minutes, give or take, for one of these guys to control his own destiny with a stoppage win.
Yeah, and it looks like Radzhabov has enough gas left to keep it on cruise control, but if he hits another hill, he may not be able to push through it. Not saying that he's going to gas and fade out. It's just that he doesn't seem to be pressing the action and looking for the finish to get that extra point.
We saw him set a furious pace in his first bout of the season against Rashid Magomedov. Little low blow, cup kick, you heard that thud.
Well, I guess it wasn't that nice. I thought it was to the body.
I tell you what, the reaction from Ylies Djiroun tells us that probably not as bad as some of the groin shots that we've seen.
We've seen some bad ones.
That one just kind of slides up. There's levels to all of these things in mixed martial arts.
Fortunately, that was level 1.
Djiroun has the opportunity for 5 minutes. He takes about 30 seconds. Just over 2 minutes left.
I believe Djiroun should be pressing right now, doubling up on that jab, putting combinations together because Radzhabov's arms look to be tired.
Nice knee on the inside there from Djiroun.
Not that he's packing power, but they're low.
Randy, you get any sense that Radzhabov perhaps feels he's up by 2 rounds and he is on cruise control a little bit?
It seems like that. He's let the pressure off a little bit. We're not seeing that torrential forward motion where he's exploding in, either for the clinch or those inside shots. So I think he's maybe sitting on him a little bit.
Djiroun having a tough time really finding range. Flying knee attempt. Radzhabov blinks it off. Just over 1 minute left here in our first bout of the evening from Atlantic City. Evenly matched fight between Loik Radzhabov in the red shorts. Ylies Djiroun puts Radzhabov off balance and down, not able to pounce and take advantage.
I think that's a missed opportunity. With short time on the clock, should have probably jumped on him and looked to work some submission from the top position. He hasn't had top position in this fight. That was an opportunity I think he let slide by.
I think they were both kicking at the same time, which is what got Radzhabov off balance. And he reacted so quickly when he hit the ground, there wasn't a lot of time to jump on him.
That lead leg of Radzhabov looking worse for the wear, gingerly bouncing around on it. But this late in the fight, can Ylies Djiroun take advantage? Inside of 20 seconds now. Radzhabov grabs the body lock. Will he coast through or attempt to put a punctuation mark on his performance by dragging Ylies Djiroun down? And that is what he does as we close out the time. Final bell. Interesting fight and a tough one to score, I think.
Absolutely agree. Very tough. Both guys did a lot of really nice things in this fight. Fairly evenly matched. I gave the nod in the first 2 rounds to Radzhabov. Just had a little more power, a little more effective striking.
So when these bouts are so close, sometimes, at least from my perspective, I like to look at the numbers. I noticed there at the tail end of round number 3 that the arm strikes, they landed, each of them landed 8 punches. So how do the judges score this? Do the leg strikes, the kicks that landed from Ylies Djiroun, do they weigh in, or will it be the takedowns? Randy, the takedowns are interesting here because we talk about wrestlers, grapplers versus strikers. A lot of times there's riding time involved.
Yes, and I think the takedowns count, but they only count if you do something once you get the guy down there. Just taking him down is like just landing 1 punch. It doesn't change unless you do something to him when you get him on the ground, I don't think it's as effective.
Yeah.
Ylies Djiroun did a great job getting back up.
He did do a great job of getting back up. When his back was against, when he was mounted, he used the fence to help elevate his hips. Did a great job, and on the escapes and getting back to his feet, did some big damage and landed some shots, landed some punches and knees on the inside.
Eve, walk me through this from the ref cam.
On this inside trip, we see Radzhabov pulling Djiroun off of the fence, working that inside trip. But even though Djiroun was able to get that leg back, he had too much pressure on his hips and was able to drop him. And then Radzhabov catches a low kick. It was a little bit low, rubbed against the groin, but he keeps that leg high. He's working, and boom, the big left hand. Keeps Djiroun off balance, lands the big left hand and bloodies the nose. And right here, he throws a flurry. We see Djiroun trying to get out, slide out, but Radzhabov was putting pressure on him. Pressure, constantly coming forward. Look at that, taking the shot, getting in on the single, and just working to grind Djiroun down to the mat. I think he had the control, and I feel like he edged out each round 30-27 on my scorecard.
The narrowest of margins if he did indeed edge out each round. I would not be surprised by almost any score because we've seen judges weigh strikes more importantly, kicks more importantly. Sometimes it's the takedowns that matter. And of course, the blood, the most significant strikes of this bout, probably landed by Loik Radzhabov.
I think you're right, Sean.
That looks maybe broken, that nose there.
That does, he's definitely not going to breathe well out of that for a little bit now.
That's no
Oh yeah, that's broken.
Yeah.
We made this point before the bout started, but these guys, both PFL newcomers, and their first fights of the lightweight season were against really tough opponents. You saw Ylies Djiroun take on Islam Mamedov, who, were it not for an injury, would have been one of the top seeds in last year's playoffs. And of course, Rashid Magomedov, who was Loik Radzhabov's opponent, he was a finalist last year.
Yeah.
There's another look at the left hand that bloodied the nose of Ylies Djiroun. Maybe the most significant moment in the whole fight.
Yeah, possibly he shot the broken nose. And like you were saying, we know how tough these men are. We saw them take on two very tough opponents. The last man to beat the champ, Islam Mamedov, and then Rashid Magomedov, who fought the champ in the finals. They gave those guys their money's worth. And they gave each other the money's worth tonight. So let's see what the judges come up with.
So how did the judges see it? Lillian Garcia will let us know inside of our PFL Smart Cage.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards, and we have a split decision. 29-28, 29-28, 30-27 for your winner by split decision, earning 3 points in the lightweight division, Loik Radzhabov.
So Radzhabov rebounds from his first career loss with a very important win here. Good for 3 points. Second split decision loss of the PFL season for Ylies Djiroun. Tough.
Yeah. Get ready. Listen. What you wanna do? If you don't strike first, that's when they gon' come at you. Yeah. And you know it's true. Don't let your life get worse. Being timid, that ain't cool. Nah.